good evening. Welcome to TNS Radio, guys. It's Monday evening. Time check. It's now. And you're tuned live to TNS Radio. Scottish Southern Gary with you. Tonight we've got Freeman of America, who's also known as Freeman of Freeman TV. And he should be on in just a little while. Very nice to see all the new members that's joined the site. And of course all the existing members who faithfully come along and support their site for Scotland. And we get the message out every which way we can. If you have a look over to the right hand side, guys, above the TNS host pictures, there should be 3 links. One is the parking fine, one is the Sovereign Flyer 1 and 2. So there is 3 options there available for you. Let me know if you can hear me okay on the chat box, because I'm getting a message that I'm a wee bit quiet. So if you can just let me know if you can hear me. Feeling that, turn the volume all the way up. Or how's that? Is that better? Can you hear me better now? Let me know. So as I say, we have got a guest lined up tonight. If you've read your emails, which I do suggest you check every day, basically, because there's always emails getting fired out from both Scottish Sovereigns and TNS Radio as to regard. Yep, there's messages coming in. Now, I don't. Okay, yep, getting it, guys, getting it. Okay, you hear me now? Okay. Off to a dodgy start. Off to a dodgy start, guys. Listen, anyway, thanks all very much even for tuning in tonight. It's always a pleasure being able to be here and give you my thoughts on things from time to time. Sometimes we just get straight into a guest conversation. Other times I just sit and rattle on a wee bit here, and as our guest is lined up for half an hour or so away, you're going to have to just put up with myself for now. Now, in light of that, and because there are a few new members on the Scott site, and I dare say there's a few new members on TNS Radio, and for by that I dare say there's a few people listening globally who are just listening in for the first time. Now, what I'm going to try and do, and is over the coming weeks stroke months, I'm going to be covering a lot more things in my own probably unpredictable fashion. Not predictable, unpredictable, and take you through my thoughts. So as I'm saying, because there's a lot of new members and probably a lot of new listeners globally, so where does it start? I mean, I was seeing in the Scottish chat box the other night there, you know, people are saying, particularly, what's it all about? You know, I'm confused. This is all very confusing. Things of that ilk. I suppose it is kind of confusing when you're just fresh, just new. And I do apologise for the existing members that's maybe heard the information I'm going to give them, but we need to get everybody up to speed, as you can probably appreciate, guys. So I'm just going to batter in here, and if you want to go and make yourself a cup of coffee while you're listening, then that's fine. But if you want to be stuck and glued to your speaker, then that's also fine, because here's pretty much how I see things. Okay, where does it start? Well, okay, it starts with your mother and father registering you as a kid, as a child. Okay, but we'll cover that in a wee bit more in depth in the weeks to come and stuff. But where does it start for you? Where does your indoctrination start? Well, you've got to ask you, where do you think that your indoctrination started? Because I believe your indoctrination started primary school or nursery. When I was a lad, We didn't have such things as nurseries. You just get fired into primary school, into the deep end. And a few of the things that they do, encourage you to do. I don't know if you can remember, folks, but when you were in primary school, probably your very first class, well, certainly in the class that I was in, they used to have like a play area, you know, where it had, I believe they were called Wendy houses or something like that, similar, something like that. And inside that, certainly in the school that I was sent to, we had a child's toy, a child's till. You know, you would ring money up into it, and the wee till drawer would open. Well, that's where the indoctrination began. Certainly for me. They gave you wee plastic pieces of stuff that would represent coins, and they gave you bits of paper that would represent notes. And if you've been in that place for maybe, I don't know, an hour or so as a child, because you've no conception of time, you've no perception of time, then you could consider that you've actually made yourself quite a wee bit of stuff by taking this other stuff off the other kids. So that gets your mind, indoctrination of the mind, captivating your attention at a very early age of what money's about. Or what it could, well, I'm saying what money's about. It's exactly what money's about, because the money that we use now is only worth the energy that we get, or we put into getting it. So that's where it begins, is in the school. So from a very young age, your teachers are telling you to stand in line. The bell rings. Stand in line. Stand still. Stop fidgeting. Stephen, stop fidgeting. Mary, stop pulling her hair. Do as you're told. Don't be talking. Shh. So from a very young age, you're getting indoctrinated. They're captivating your attention with this stuff. Then you get your register, Regis, monarchy, crown, king, queen, you name it, whatever way you want to describe it. Tommy Jones, yes miss, I'm here. So you're recognizing the name, the slave name, the Crown Corporation name that your parents gave your rights away for you to receive for rights and privileges and benefits. So you're registering, you're now recognizing the name. So you stand to attention on the name. And then, of course, you know, just the usual bits, the report cards and stuff where your parents get informed of how good or how bad you're doing when you're at school, in order that your father or your mother could give you a clip round the ear and say, you better try harder, son. Because you want to be the best that you can, right? Your parents want you to be the best. They want you to succeed in this life, don't they? They want you to become a doctor, or a nurse, or a lawyer, or a pilot, or it's always some of the big jobs, yeah? So you've got to stick in at school. You've got to get indoctrinated into the system. You sit all your exams to see how you're doing well within that indoctrination system. You get to the age of leaving school. And everybody's really excited. By the way, when you're at school, certainly I don't know what it's like for a female, but when you're a guy, any letters that you get sent to you is normally sent to you as Master Peter Tolan. Master Joe Bloggs until you hit 16 and suddenly becomes Mister. Well, if you look at a ship,